sum, wolo, nolo, and eo, and then all the prefix variations of them. And you can see what they are here, and just like the imperfect, these will be more regular than the present, but a little less regular than the imperfect, so these will be a little bit harder than the imperfect was. Still, they're pretty easy. First, the verb to be, and remember in the present tense this went sum est, sumus est sunt. In the imperfect it went eram, eras, erat, eramos, eratus, erant. Now here in the future we're going to have ero, eris, erit, erimus, eritus, erunt. Okay, so eram was way back in the past. Eris is in the future, hopeful sounding, you know. So ero, eris, erit, erimus, eritus, erunt is how that goes. It's pretty regular. The only differences are the O swallows the I here, and the I transforms to a U right there. So see if you can say it from memory. Ero, eris, erit, erimus, eritus, erunt. And now you try it yourself without me. Okay, hopefully you were able to do that, and hopefully this is what you said. Okay, and remember we can put this prefix on the front of it. So POTERŌ, POTERIS, POTERIT, POTERIMUS, POTERITUS, POTERUNT. Nothing changed except for putting the prefix on the front. All right, so, and the translation is will be able. So POTERŌ, POTERIS, POTERIT, POTERIMUS, POTERITUS, POTERUNT. I will be able, you will be able, she will be able, we will be able, y'all will be able, they will be able. How nice. And you can't really use can in this tense. Just will be able is all you can really say. Okay, see if you can say this without me. Alrighty. All right, and then we have two other verbs, the future of wolo and nolo. So the future is going to be an AE verb. VOLAM, voles, volet, volemus, voletus, volent. And notice that your standard three always get macrons. Okay, so see if you can do these from memory. Wolo, wella. Ready, go. Okay, hopefully what you said was this. Let's hope. And the translation is will want. Alrighty, then we have not want. I will not want, you will not want, she will not want, we will not want, y'all will not want, they won't want. So NŌLAM, NŌLACE, NŌLET, NŌLAMUS, NŌLATUS, NŌLENT. Just the same. And hopefully you can do this from memory, but first let's do it this way. NŌLAM, NŌLACE, NŌLET, NŌLAMUS, NŌLATUS, NŌLENT. And let's see, that's what the answer is. Will not want is what it means, and hopefully you can do this from memory. NŌLAM, NŌLACE, NŌLET, NŌLAMUS, NŌLATUS, NŌLENT. And you try it without me. Ready, go. Hopefully that's what you said. Okay, next up is the verb to go, eo. In the present tense, it looks like this. Eo, is, it, imus, itus, eunt. And you can see its similarity to sum also. And in the imperfect tense, it got much more regular. I was going. All had IBA. And then now in the future, this is what we're going to have for I will go. And in both of these words, in the first singular, the O swallows the I, and in the third plural, the I changes into a U, because that's more appropriate before a grunting NT. All right, so let's practice them. Let's say it 3 times. First, ibo, ibis, ibit, ibimus, ibitus, ibunt. And then the translation is will go. And say it again. Ibo, ibis, ibit, ibimus, ibitus, ibunt. Good. And then say it a third time. Ibo, ibis, ibit, ibimus, ibitus, ibunt. And now you say it without me. Ready, go. All right, hopefully you got it. All right, now prefixes. Obviously, like you're used to, ad means present or toward or at. And so take a good look at this and get acquainted with what these forms look like. Adero, ad ibo. Aderis, ad ibis. Ad erit, ad ibit. Ad erimus, ad ibimus. Ad eritus, ad ibitus. And ad erunt, ad ibunt. Hopefully you can hear that the E sound, the I, signifies going. And of course the reverse of that is being absent or going away from. And then we have ex ebit, he will go out, kind of like exit in the present. And we have redebit, she will go back. And we have prodebit, they will go forward, forthward. Alrighty, so this left column is all futures, but the right column, they're mixed in, present, imperfect, and future, all three tenses. So stop the video and start it when you're ready to see the answers. And the answers, there you go. Okay, and now the Latin. So the left column is all future tense, and the right column is all three tenses mixed in together. So stop the video and start it when you're ready to see the answers. And the answers, there we go. All right, now we're going to do some irregular drills. So now you got three tenses. So for each of these, say the tense before it moves into its place. Of course, you can go by color now, but in a second you won't have color. So try to just identify each tense just by the look of it. Okay, here we go. So what tense is this? And this? All right, and that is all your irregular forms for this chapter. So if you don't know these, then try to memorize them right now because it's only going to get harder from here. And of course, two of these had a passive form, and two more will also have a passive form now. So volar, voleris, volator, volamer, volamini, volenter, instead of volam, voles, volet, volemus, voletus, volent. So take one good look at it, and now we're going to do it without color. Now, what tense is this? You know, if you're really good, you might want to try to give the translation of the first person singular for each of these. Like this one would be, I want. That might be even a better way to see how much you know than just saying what tense it is, but it's up to you. And what would the two passives in the imperfect tense over there be? And what would the two passives over there in the imperfect tense be? Lebar and no lebar. Very good. And what about over here in the futures? Nolar, no later, no later, no lamer, no lamini, no lenter, and right. Same thing with a V. Alrighty, so hopefully you got it. Alright, so stop the video and try these. Again, the far left column is only future, and this column is all three tenses mixed together. And the answers? Alright. Notice that we had a few passives in here. Wolebar and nolentur. Okay? So in this next set of questions, of course, we're going to give answers to questions. You're used to these. Remember that if I ask a question with an I, will I blank, you're going to respond with the same tense in the you person. You will blank. And if I ask a question, were y'all blanking, you're going to respond with the same tense with we. We were blanking. Okay, and so you're used to this already. These two are correlative, those two are correlative, and then he, she, it, and they are all responded in the same tense, but with the same person rather than with a different one. Okay, so here's the next section. The left side is all futures, so give that a try and respond to each of these affirmatively. So whatever they expect, answer that. Alright, so stop the video and start it when you're ready to see the left column's answers. And the answers. And then over here in the right column, remember that NUM is said with a cynical tone of voice because it's expecting a no or denial of whatever was questioned, while NONE is said with an authentic and veracious voice because it's expecting a yes or an affirmation. And on these, you want to answer with a negative contradiction of whatever they're expecting. So if they expect a yes, give them a no. And if they expect a no, give them a yes. You're used to this. So stop the video and start it again when you're ready to see the answers. Okay, and here are the answers. Alrighty, and so you see we had a couple passives. None, wolamini, won't you all be wanted? We won't be wanted. No lamer, those were passives. None nole baris, surely you were not being wanted. We respond with another passive. I wasn't being wanted, like that. And then over here we had one on this side, no lenturne, they aren't wanted, are they? And it's responded, no lenter, they're not wanted. Alrighty, so hopefully you were able to do that. If you were, then you have mastered future tense. If you weren't, then try it again until you can get it. And I'll see you in the next chapter, chapter 21. Walete.